Hotel transit was an effort to explore the way different communities in transit experience home, experience neighborhood, experience togetherness, experience interaction with the local communities.
We were inspired and challenged by places in Athens and Sofia where we face a lot of spaces that are losing the sense of community and they don't have anymore this feeling of a neighborhood. Both of our organizations are working very much with first exploring the needs of the spaces we work with, the communities we work with. And then very organically, intuitively, of course, design thinking method like Dugnad was very appropriate for our work. Exploring the space first, exploring the reality, experiencing the reality. And on the base of that, creating a concept that can really answer authentic needs or the authentic situation in the reality, not some assumptions.
What is important, what Yanina says, is that both organizations, we are working with exploring, with understanding, with smelling, with digging, or with observing in a way, like understanding
Field
how,
work, not computer work.
Yes, not computer work, understanding how we can intervene, how we can co-create, and how we can engage the communities with which we work.
It's about embracing the unknown, and this is where what Europe now is facing is a lot of uncertainty, and design thinking methods are really an amazing way to approach reality without going there with prescribed solutions and without going there with concrete idea, but really going with open heart, open senses and open mind. And I think that's why this method is so good, because actually you can really use it with any kind of a group. There are a few ways to do this actually. I mean, one is really with inviting a group to explore a site. And there is also another very individual approach when a group of us spreads along inside the community and starts doing interviews or videos and asking questions.
We actually implemented both approaches. So from one side, in Athens, at Omonia Square, we asked people to join us on an observation tour. And in Sofia, we actually did the totally contrary. Like we as a group, we went to explore and observe and gather stories and smell and feel.
We can give two examples of how we structure this process. One is sensual mapping. It's giving a map of the square with few questions. For example, now try to map the smells that remind you of something, or try to map a feeling. And the other way, when we went in Sofia, the question was very much what we were asking very directly was, what makes for you home? What is the recipe for home?
20 years ago he didn't have anything, and 25 years marriage now, he has 5 shops.
Yes.
Wow. So the saying behind every successful man is a woman.
You really need to be authentic, and I think this is also a great challenge. You need to be able to connect with the people that you're working with in a way that is not investigation, that is not journalism, that is not, and I'm not saying that is good or bad, but it has to be a human way. It has to be an authentic connection. It's also about trust, like trusting that the community, the people that you will meet, the senses that you will awake, the flow, they will tell you something. They will tell you something meaningful to intervene afterwards, to do something.
That's the thing about what you're saying also, is that it actually gives this perspective of humble attitude, and not this cultural colonizators attitude of we know what to do and we're gonna help you because we know better than you. No, it's about no, we don't know as well. We don't know. This is basically what we did. We were on site at Omonia, exploring Omonia Square, which is famous for being very dangerous, very non-welcoming place in Athens. And then we came out with this idea. It was connecting the feeling of a neighborhood to the metaphor of a laundry with places Omonia which doesn't have this feeling of a neighborhood. So we brought the laundry on a street close to Omonia, We opened the strings, we put the mandalakya. We kind of changed the face of a street for a day.
The visual, let's say, the story of our site-specific intervention is related to this street, and to bringing together the refugee families, going through the laundry and arriving into this empty field that our partner organization had asked local residences what they would want this space to be.
Follow me to the place of dreams.
The way that we thought it would be meaningful to actually put those elements, like the locals and the people in transit, into a dialogue was through body language. So we orchestrated a pantomime. It was a game. It was a game where we would collectively decide what we wanted this space to become. They were occupying the space, pretending that at least for a few minutes that space was a toilet, was a playground, was a basketball field, and they were playing. It was like a very festive moment of giving life to a space that has lost it. We don't go necessarily with the aim to change something or to make life better for everyone, but we do go there to put people together, to connect, to learn a lot ourselves, and hopefully bring something to the people that we interact with.